Hello! I hope you're ready because I am actually kind of stoked to finally go back to Ace Attorney. I don't know why I took a break. I was just like, I don't really feel like playing it. And then I got busy last week and I'm very sorry for that. But nonetheless, I'm here. My voice is doing great. I'm doing fantastic. I got myself some walnuts. Even though I don't really like walnuts, I got them. And now we're going to be getting ready for this. Also, hi to Kitty. And I'm so sorry that you have to go through the airport mist. But hey. You can watch this after. I might finish the game today? Maybe? We'll see. Alright, game, you need to chill. Just a pinch. Okay. Here we go. Yes. I think... trying to remember the recap. Marshall's gone. What else happened? The brother is dead. And we also know it's Grant. We know it's the chief. We just can't say it right now. That's about all I know right now. We all know it's Gant. We all know it's him. It's obvious. You'll start the second game and meet my beautiful, amazing wife. I hope to. February 25th, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. There's a defendant lobby, all right, but there's no defendant. It has to be. It's obviously. Why did I say it like that? It's obviously Gant. We confronted him about it. We got the evidence about it. He had the missing piece of the thing. He had the missing piece of the jar. We got fingerprints. We got this obvious piece of cloth that he, for some reason, kept. Very suspicious. Look at him in this photo. Look how suspicious he is. And on top of it as well, in this image, there was a shield and a sword. We're missing the sword, which is also suspicious. And this vase. And look at his smug face. I'm on to you, sir. I know you did it. I just need to prove it in the court of law. Oh, did I ever look at this? Oh yeah, it's the drawing. Right. She's not sent from him at all, but I sent from them both. Interesting. Okay. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because she was just, like, the scapegoat for Gant. Where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes. Edgeworth! Hello! I haven't seen you in a while. Oh my gosh. Hi. I don't know why I just acted so flirty towards him for a minute. Hold on. Let me get a bearing on what just happened. It's just so nice to see everybody again. Knowing you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 77777 ID number is. Yeah, it's literally 7 sevens. Cute. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. I know who it is! Let me say his name. You know who it is. You and I both know who it is. Just let me have this win. That motherfucker. Looks like I'm not the only one who figured it out. Yes. Yes, I know who it is. The only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID card. Do I need to pull out my... Hold on. Do I need to grab my notes? I got them. They're just in my drawer. I'm standing at the 7th airport entrance. I'm not even joking. Wow. 777. It's the 7s. What's also weird is my birthday is on a 7. And to make it even a funnier coincidence, I do technically have a stepbrother. His birthday also falls on a 7. just like a weird, if you want me to like pull out a bunch of weird coincidences about the sevens. Seven seems to follow me around a lot. I always find sevens in everything and anything that I like am given. It's either a 7 or a 3, which is also a weird coincidence as well. But yeah, I keep finding sevens everywhere. It's weird. The number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. Yeah, because he is so powerful. True. Not yet, though. I'm gonna expose this motherfucker. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right, and Chief Prosecutor Sky will be found guilty. But she didn't do it. You know that as much as I do. I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here. To say what you have to say. Oh, to hear what you have to say. Aw. Seven comes up many more times in the series. What is it with the sevens? The first time he's ever done something like this. Edgy, are you showing just maybe admiration for me? Little old me? I'm just fucking with you. Let's just keep moving. Lana's hiding something, and the only way that we'll ever know is the truth. Yeah. Is to draw it out of her. The truth? Yeah. We're just getting lucky? I mean, maybe. I don't have luck, though. Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We do not have time to reminisce about the past. I think that's interesting that you say that, considering that we had to go over a court case that actually dealt with your trauma of the loss of your father at one point. But, you know, we'll just skip over that now, won't we? Depends on you. If she's found guilty, you will lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. Oh, I'm sure you will, sweetheart. See you in court, Mr. Wright. Oh, honey, you can just call me Phoenix. See you later, Miles. This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gan has on her, it's now. Fuck yes, dude! February 25th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 9. Let's go! Oh, it's so nice to be back in the courtroom, and hello, Judge. Good day to you, sir. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Sorry, I was taking a sip of a juice. Come to find out, I decided to try. Okay, so I'm gonna go on a side tangent. I decided to try a new juice, and by try a new juice, I mean take 2 different juice and combine them into a new one. So I took cranberry juice, which is a very strong, like, sour tart flavor, and I combined it with pineapple juice, which is extremely strong and sweet. I was curious to know which one would, like, overpower the other, and turns out the answer is pineapple juice, but here and there, like, you can feel you can taste the undertones of cranberry juice. It's a very weird combination. It's good, though. I like it. Anyway, back to the main situation. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Oh? Uh-oh. This is the problem. Everyone buckle in. He never called him Phoenix until 3 months after they started dating. So it is proven that they are dating. Mm-hmm. Chief Gant. Of course, that motherfucker. Let's go. Nice to see you, Gant. Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Don't mind me having a freaking... I'm eating a nut. Hold on. I really thought it was going to take him a while to get here. I don't know why. Good morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Edgy. Been back in the pool yet? No, I've actually been drowning enough as it is in my own work. Pause. Relax, okay? It's a walnut. I have walnuts with me. I have like a small little thing of walnuts. They're like crushed up walnuts, but I still have them. If it counts for anything, the game creator said that Phoenix and Mouse is a pretty cute guy. Dude, even the game creator's like, yeah, we're making them secretly gay. Like, come on. You can't say otherwise. It's a good one. Don't think I can top that. Uh-huh. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? I can't get distracted. I can't get distracted by the man's chest. I can't get distracted. I can't get distracted. Lana, that is to say the defendant has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. What? Uh-oh. Phoenix is bisexual, yeah, if you'll understand. Dude, I know he's bisexual, like, it's obvious! Haven't heard that she intends to say. I feel like she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. I'm going to expose you to the fucking courtroom, you piece of shit. Sorry, I can't say that. I'm in a court of law. But I will expose you! What is this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished. Well then, what is your request? Your Honor, I would like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Why? Why? You know you're innocent. You know what you did is not... Oh, boy. I confess to all charges against me. No! On February 24th of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. Girl, you didn't. You and I both know that. Lana. Objection! You can't. Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. Lana. Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. You know you didn't do it! And I'm jealous of your hair. Damn, your hair's longer than mine. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. No! The request is legally valid, although it is an unprecedented situation. No! Indeed, it appears that there is no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. This cannot be happening. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court ends that finds the defendant. Objection! Edgy! My sweet man! I mean, not my man, Phoenix's man. What the fuck am I doing? One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Yes! Yes, Edgy! I'm now worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you. Why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, Oh, I'm going to expose you and your chest, sir. I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant. Oh! 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 What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes? Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy that you would have me be. Oh! Oh! With the sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me that some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Please! some kind of deal, hmm? Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh, to whom? As a first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. Emma! I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I do not think we need to contain... I don't really care what you need to say or think, Miss Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be in every greater tragedy to avert everyone's eyes from it. Very well, the court shall grant the prosecution's request. That is okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Worthy. You'll live to regret this. Mark my words, okay? That smile? That is the pursed lips of that my father gives whenever he's mad. Like that. I know that look. That is not a good look. That ain't good. Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Ah! That's my man. I mean, Phoenix's man. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma. Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial murderer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Ah! Mr. Edwards, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. It is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago. Really that relevant? Yes, it most certainly is. Yes! I'm gonna grab some water for this, because this is gonna be getting me all thirsty. Well, okay then. He came in fast. It's the look, okay? Nobody can detest, like, Edward's look. Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip was... oh. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. Yesteryear? It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. Yesteryear? Only Phoenix is supposed to be thirsty regarding this. Relax, chill, chill. Yesteryear, that's a weird word. Yesteryear. All right, 2 years ago, let's go. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me, but I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. It's a good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out and I don't remember much. That is understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You have got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Phoenix, you should right now be not sweating bullets for this man. You should be feeling other things for this man. Very well, the defendants may begin the cross-examination. On me? Am I allowed to? Wait, I'm allowed to do this? I thought I was like fired technically as a defendant or as defense. I'm gonna press on everything. Here we go. The defendant was a detective at the police department. Yes. Yes, he was second in command, then Deputy Chief of Police Gant. My sister, she was the best detective ever. I think Phoenix Study is probably fitting. Probably. I recall, Deputy Chief Gant and Miss Lana Sky used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office as well. That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day too. The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day. Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. Interesting. Keep pressing. A man? Yes, it was Joe Dark. He was a serial killer. Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead us to an arrest. Then he saw his chance. He fled the room, right? Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Sky and Gant's office. There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look, and that's when I saw him. What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were two people present during Dark's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Gant. I just realized his name is literally one letter away from becoming Demon. I just want to make that note. And Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Almost forgot about Gant. Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. I assume that would also be why he was the first to run after Dark. When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was good as dead. And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in. I don't clearly remember what happened then, but... nope. I think it was intentional given how many of these games are. Probably. Can you tell me about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark and then the lights went out. The lights? It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on and lightning struck nearby. So electricity went out. Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Right, but just when the lightning flashed against outside, that sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind. I see. I told the detective about what I saw then. The detective? Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case. Detective Bruce Goodman was the victim. Hear more. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago? Yes. That's what's so scary about this trial. And you told Detective Goodman what you had saw? Yes, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. A picture? Yes! Yes, I have the picture! Let me show it! Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough? Ask about it. This picture the witness drew. I believe it was a very important meaning. But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago did not contain a picture. Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony? Yes! Yes, Your Honor. Is it this picture? Just stop playing around, Mr. Wright. Just give up on the case so I can win. No, my dear. I'm gonna just prove that it's Gant, and he needs to be put in behind bars. Mr. Edgeworth. This little girl here put all of her heart into drawing that picture. And yet you insist on denying its existence. Yes, sir! I am not the bad guy. Oh, honey, you can be a bad boy later. All I'm saying is that the prosecutor for this case, I was not handed such a picture. That may well be, but that does not mean it does not exist. Behold! This is the evidence list of the SL9 incident. Yes, sir. You're wasting your time. I'm getting that guilty verdict. No, you're not, sweetheart. Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over? What is this? It's a drawing. Yes, what is it? Hey, that's it. That's the picture that I drew. Indeed, two men appear to be wrestling here. What is the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Huh? These lists, they're different from each other. Oh, we got it. We got it. Ooh, ooh. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list that you handed 2 years ago was incomplete. Woo! There it is, baby! These two lists fit together to form one. Yes! Hey, Dynamic! You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case was ever reached you. Oh yeah, because they also talk about it's like strange. It's like usually you have at least 2 pages. Boo, yeah. What? You haven't lied to do. Order in this court. No. Sorry. I'm getting a little bit heated here. Yeah. Miss Sky, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Oh, because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Has Edward never looked at the back of the page? I inhaled some water. Yes, that is quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth. It's possible. Let's see. Is something wrong? Do you even have to ask? Sorry, Your Honor. There's indeed something on the back of my list. I mean, where is it? Because I don't see it. Is that thing? Motherfucker, it's back! That's that thing. Oh my gosh, no, not the music, please. No. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room. Clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives. Roddy! Evidence list restored and updated in the court record. Why? Why do we have to listen to this again? Thank you! Oh my gosh, I've never been more proud of a mallet in my life. Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture that you drew 2 years ago? Hold on. Before we continue that. Am I not allowed to look at the other side? Okay. Wait. What's with this? Can I turn this over? Like, hold on. Let me just, Okay. I don't remember the room, though. That may be a problem. I don't have a room picture. Fuck. This is a curse! Okay. Huh? Oh, yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking of something whenever she saw that picture. Emma, please! Please! Okay. Alright, here we go. This is the picture that I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright that all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw. Well, I don't see any contradictions here. It is clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. It's just, okay, first of all, I'm intervening myself. I'm going to object as a not lawyer. And I'm going to say, you are very wrong, chief or judge, sir, because it's showing figures. It's not showing a very defined human being. She didn't give a full description. She just said it was this person. However, she saw a man and it was in the pitch dark. So therefore meaning it may not have actually been that person. Maybe, just maybe, there was someone else who came into the room and did the deed. And she just happened to miscommunicate that as someone else. Like there has to be. Sorry. I'm gonna press on everything. Did you draw this picture right after the incident? I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. 2 or 3 days? At first, I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything. During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Gimlin was pleased and charged under the direction of Gant and Lana Sky. 2 or 3 days later, the memory should still have been fresh in her mind. Excuse me, witness. But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black? And it's so bright I could see your shadows. So at the time you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who came into your rescue? No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright, and I was shocked to the floor. You were knocked to the floor? Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed. When I turned around. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. But we're still gonna press on and like traumatize her even more. Let's just reinvent, or not reinvent, but like let's just keep pressing about trauma that happened. What happened after the lightning flashed? Fainted, press. You made it to see the actual murder take place? No, I'm sorry. The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further? What? Hey, look, I'm not the bad guy here. I mean, somewhat, on an emotional state. I just need the truth. Anyway, this picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. I'm sorry to have to ask you so many questions, but are you sure that you drew exactly what you saw? Of course. This is the exact scene. It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives. Are you insinuating that we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright? No, of course not. I better watch out or he might find some way to cut my salary. Oh! I'm sure he can give you a raise depending on what you're willing to do. Anyway, I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives. So I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me. Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture? Well... That's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind, and yet there's clearly a contradiction here. No, what is... Hold on. Is it because it's a square thing? Like, why? Want to help? Yes, I would like some assistance in this situation. What if it's this? No. I didn't want to look at that. Present Neil's autopsy on the last statement. Neil's autopsy. Which one was Neil's autopsy? Report. Neil's autopsy. Back from the punctured heart and lung. Tip of the knife was in the wound. Wait. Pierced the heart and the lung. Died from blood loss in only 10 minutes. Weapon found in the wound was missing a tip. Wait. Does it say he was murdered from the back? Stabbed in the back. He wasn't stabbed in the front, he was stabbed in the back. Oh! Yeah, you're right. Okay, I did not read that part. I should have read that. Thank you, Mist. Shadows. Months fainted. Picture. Instant. Stop. Autopsy time. Present! Thank you, Miss. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction versus the autopsy report. You know, whenever people actually look at dead bodies and present real testimony evidence. Yeah. What? But I remember it just like it was yesterday. Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. Yeah, it's right here in the evidence. You know, an autopsy report. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report? This. This part here? Don't tell me it was a question. Did I do it wrong? I don't see what's so strange. Did I do it wrong? It's because the strong stinks. Is that rude? Rude. Mr. Wright, how could you... The act of making an innocent girl cry should warrant the death penalty. I'm sorry, but wait, you care about that girl? Oh, it's adorable. Look at you caring like a father. And shift the blame to others. But like, so long as the defense has learned his lesson, I better take another look at that autopsy report. Oh, wait. Wait, it might be this. Oh, we did the hand slap. We're good. The contradiction, of course, lies here. I was gonna do because of the way that he was positioned. Like, I was talking about, like, he's facing him. He is facing him. And he was stabbed in the back. So, like, how could he be stabbed in the back whenever he is facing chest out towards the person attacking? But no, I guess we're not going to be making that statement. Instead, we're going to be talking about how it's missing the tip. Yeah, sure, that makes sense. The contradiction lies here. Take a look at the knife man is holding. If you look closely, you can see that the tip is broken. Even I don't have to look closely at that, Mr. Wright. But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? The tip is broken too. Because it's in a dead body! If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken in the victim's body. See, thank you. I didn't have to say it yet. Thank you, Judge. It was a conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. To the back! Hand smack. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon would not be broken. Ah, what is the meaning of this? Oh, to show that I am right? Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. How? Okay. Sweetheart, edgy boy, how in the world could that even make sense? The man was stabbed once in the back, and the tip broke off inside of the man. How could it be broken beforehand? The evidence is still in literally a dead body. What do you mean? What do you mean? That's a horrible, maybe it's this. No, that's the dumbest, accusation I've ever heard Edward ever say. And I've heard a lot of dumb things from Phoenix. This is even dumber. The tip of the knife was found inside of the victim's body. See, that's my point. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Objection.
The tip of the knife was inevitably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken.
Objection.
That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure that she remembered correctly. I believe you were more annoyed at the time, but she was sure that she remembered correctly. There was no other way to explain this inconsistency. Yeah, she was manipulated. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence? You're treading on thin ice, right? All I'm saying is that this little broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. Oh. You cannot deny the possibility. Oh. Oh, I didn't think about that one. Order in the court. Are you saying that the investigation really was corrupted? Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place on the day of the murder. Okay. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day, and the two guys are still there to this day, even 2 years later. That's amazing. After receiving the King of Prosecutors reward at the ceremony, the marshal questioned Joe Dark along with Gaiman Grant. Evil. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It was my belief that somewhere in this story, there is a lie. I'm not lying. Man was really holding up a broken knife. That's true, and there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being 2 broken knives? Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's? Could there have been 1? Yes! Yes, there is! Oh my gosh, it's coming full circle, baby! Yes, there is! Yes, there is! The witness is adamant about this accuracy of what she saw, but it cannot just be explained by a simple observational error. Oh my gosh, I know exactly what it is. Mr. Wright. You're right, but in a different way. In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. I assume, then, that you have some information about this other broken knife. If so, please feel free to enlighten. Murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only other way. Look at the real murder weapon. No! I don't care about the freaking glove. No one needs to see this glove. I'm working on it. I'm trying my best, damn it. Here. The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside of this picture. I have done it. This picture of the awards ceremony. Oh my gosh, I did it. I did it. I have proven this a while ago. Woo! What is this, Mr. Edgeworth? It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award prosecutor Marshall holding it. That's a broken knife. Hallelujah. Oh, I gotta check my bag. Okay. As we earlier concluded, the knife of the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. I called this a long time ago. I called this a while ago, like at least 2 or 3 streams ago of this series, because I remember I was like, there's something going on. I have a weird, like, I kind of have joked about it, but I said that this knife, there's a reason that the knife is no longer there and it's just a broken shield. And it used to be a broken knife with it. I was like, that's gonna be a murder weapon. I know it is. It has to. Motherfucker, I was right! I'm so proud of myself. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this reward. Woo! Order in the court. Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. Whenever he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out his knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon that he had in his dangerous situation. But that, it can't be. Honey, you have the shield. You have it in your hand. Look at it. Do you see a knife anymore? There is no knife anymore, just a shield. Ah! Anyway, sorry. I'm sorry, I'm just so happy that I'm right. Why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutors' award knife was the murder weapon, then the murder and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Honey, you just now made that little click? But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. That's true. What's going on here? She witnessed Gant murdering Marshall. Wait. It was Gant. It was Gant. Look at that. That's onion hair. If you turn his profile over to the side, he has onion hair. She saw Gant murder Marshall. But pin it on Dark. It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. No, I have a theory. Wait, I remember now, okay? I remember everything. Witness? Mr. Edgeworth. What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please? Here's a list, the one with that picture scribbled on the back. I knew it. This picture, I'm the one who drew it. Oh my gosh! Yes! What? You drew it? That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time that I drew this picture. Not the music again! Stop! Well, here we are again. At this time, I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me. I'm gonna help you through this next part because it's dumb. Okay. Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us why you recalled Miss Sky? Yes, Your Honor. First the knife mix-up and now the blue badger. This should be more interesting. Is it? Oh gosh. I'm gonna be sitting here eating walnuts. When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw a shadow. What? What? This is certainly most unusual. Press the last thing. Okay.
Objection!
Try impossible. They didn't even design them until this year. I mean, he didn't exist 2 years ago. Whoa, we got a different sprite look. Hold on. Stop, please don't pursue this any further. Lana. What is the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that? Why are you getting all like this? Chief Prosecutor Sky. We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back. That's weird. That she got very quick to being somewhat defensive in a weird way about this picture. Silence. The defendant will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant. We're finally getting to the core of the matter. Regarding the drawing of the blue badger? Okay, let me hit a press on the last thing. His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face with its winning smile at all? That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns.
Objection!
This is pointless. That thing could not have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken. That may well be, but what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation? If so, by all means, tell us what this shadow really was. I'm literally trying to look at this like upside down and everything. I can't really tell. What was Emma saw when that lightning flashed? Who is this blue badger really? I'm gonna guess. Blue badger hadn't even been dreamt of when Emma drew this picture, yet she's certain that she saw this shadow. It's the weird jar. Is it? I see it. It's upside down. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this is the defense belief on what the fateful day 2 years ago was. There indeed was something that looked similar to the blue badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room. Mr. Wright. In this room. Very well, Mr. Wright. What is it that the witness saw? Mr. Lookalike. I stop with the glove! The mysterious blue badger was in fact this. But that's... what exactly is that? It's a... what? It's a jar. This bit is notoriously finicky, so be warned. Oh boy, uh-oh. Help me, help then, miss, please. I don't know what I'm doing then. I believe it's some sort of jar. Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like a blue badger. Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it is just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Our viewpoint. Gotta show them the correct angle to look at this from. Fucking stop. Stop! You're kidding me. Just... Wait. Wait. Please. Please stop. Stop this shit. Stop this madness. Help. Make the top face front. Eh. I hate this. It's going down, so it has to go there. Why do I have to do this fucking abstract bullshit? Kill me. Help. Help. Kill me. I hate this. The bottom is the middle horn. Can I present it like this?
Take that!
I gotta make it more look like the badger.
Objection!
What? We'll make sure to mind the defense in case and just turn it upside down from the bloodstained side. No, I can't reach a match. Just the right angle. Hold on. Let me just move this out of the way. Okay. Turn it around. Hold on. I'm learning new controls now. Why am I doing this? Go up. What do you mean? Is this not it? Wait, down. What? This? Needs to be at a weird angle. Hold on. I'm gonna regret doing this, but I'm tired of this music. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to do this, but I literally just need. I need to get this out of my fucking shit. I need to look up Ace Attorney, jar, angle. Well, the fact that you have to look at it too is hilarious. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I see it. I have an image. I got it. I'm going to this way. Like that. Something like this or something similar to like this angle is what I'm showing. So I'm trying. It's okay. It's okay. I literally just looked it up because I'm tired of listening to this music. I'm sorry. This isn't right. I've got to make more look like Badger.
Objection!
What? No, you cannot. You can fucking not. Just tell me. I did though. I literally looked it up. I am looking at these images. I am looking at it exactly. I'm not joking of what I'm looking at. It shows it. This, hold on. It's just, it's got, okay. It is showing literally this angle. You see this shit? This is what it's showing me. All right. I don't know why it's saying it's not the angle, but it's the angle. You can't fucking say it's not. It's right there. You see it. You see it. I'm fine. I'm good. I promise. I have it. They're just not letting me have it, you know? It's not working. There. Is that close enough? Will you let me present this now? You fucking show ponies. There. Is that enough? Thank you! Oh my gosh! You know, the general physician, that might be good. I'm hoping so. It finally worked, I guess. Oh my gosh, this music needs to die. Well, this is a miracle or what? I understand what you mean though by it being dumb, miss, but like, holy crap, this was a new level of crazy dumb. No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the blue badger. stop with the music, please. Thank you. Thank you. Order in this courtroom. The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this. Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What is your point? What do you mean? So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That does not change anything. Actually does. I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything. Indeed? Very well. Please tell us. What difference now that we just know the witness saw the jar? Murder weapon. Well, I'm gonna take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At a very specific angle, might add, Mr. Wright. It was grabbed here and smacked across this way at him, which is why it looks like this on the side. If you were to change, if you would just let me grab this paper and just turn it 90 degrees, like it would show everything properly. But it won't let me do that, so can't do it. Knowing this, where she would have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in the picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on the shelf in the office of Damon Gant.
Objection!
Yep. Well, the body was found lying near Lake Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified herself. Yeah? Yes, and these two facts will reveal that actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room in Chief Gant's office. Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office? Yeah. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Actually, there is. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what reason was, Mr. Wright? I figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It was too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. Okay. She says she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? That would have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, that would have, what would he have hit? Oh! A suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. I made a joke about that too! Yes. Since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall, wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy. Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes. There was another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility. Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless. I don't know if I can go through with it. Buddy, you just do it. Just do it. Mr. Wright, what is the matter? If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. Then that moment, assuming that a man Emma Sky knocked away was actually prosecuting Neil Marshall. Oh no. You Mr. Marshall died because of me? No! Oh shit, she passed out. I never imagined her testimony would lead to this. We might need to go take her to the hospital. Just saying. She was a witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. Objection! What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Sky, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her? Oh, you're getting upsetty spaghetti. You have something to hide. Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep everyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you are going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet that you don't. Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence. Okay. First of all, it was 2 years ago. Second of all, it was an act of self-defense. And third of all, she had no idea. She was in literally the dark here. Okay, it was all an accident, and I'm hoping that they actually took her out of the room, gave her some air, and took her to the hospital because she fucking fainted, for crying out loud. Dear Lord, that poor girl's been through a lot. We don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. You certainly can't get dead people to testify. Cue Maya. She's gonna just pop into the room being like, I object because I am now going to possess them, or let them possess me, or whatever. This has to be a wild goose chase from the beginning. Touche, Miss Sky. Of course. That only leaves us with one possibility. There's another possibility. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life. In one manner or another. That's impossible. I don't think it is. Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left for you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist? Gotta think back to the court record. If I recall, the murder's name the victim may have left behind. Oh, I'm gonna make a lie and say it's in the evidence! I'm hoping this is right. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove that my sister's a murderer? Actually, we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna prove that she's not the murderer. Did we be mistaken, Miss Sky? Our purpose is to not accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek. The truth. No matter how painful it may be. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message of the deceased. Oh gosh. Okay. It's not this. This? Oh no. It's a moment again. Is it? Oh boy. It's the urn if I remember right. I'm gonna guess it's this. You spell out the blood trail? You have to spell it out? There's a message left by the deceased. What is that? Blue badger from before, right? Oh, is he gonna just speak the killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would. 3 letters, not too bad. There's letters? I've never forgotten it's just a jar. Oh. A message was left here on the surface of this jar. What do you mean? If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. Looks like someone wiped the blood away. Yes, but notice, for some reason the blood of some of the fragments was not wiped away. Yes, there is a line here drawn in blood. So what you're saying is that these dots were once lines. Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left of him to leave behind a message. One that someone apparently wiped away. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions. Precisely so. So all you do is connect these points. And the victim's message will become apparent. No. Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave for us? Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains reveal to us the answer. I've got to connect these dots and make it close. There's only one thing the victim would have written given the circumstances, his murderer's name. Oh no. Was it Emma? No, it wasn't, right?
Take that!
Was it? The defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why I've been thinking about this saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Not Emma! This is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Oh no. Of all people, she may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life. Was Emma Skye. It says Emma in his blood, but who wrote it? You're right, Kitty! You're right, you're right, you're right! See where the kid said I didn't warn you? Gant. That's why he... That's why he took it! That's why he took it. He took the evidence and then he just... He did it all to pin her! Fucking Emma? A child? Oh, you fucked up. Gant! I'm gonna murder him. Who needs to murder him whenever I can already do it for him? Do you understand the implication of what you've done? What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Jarg was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? It's that look. It was a blackmail Lana into being a servant. Oh, you motherfucker! Hold me back! Hold me back! Yes, Worthy, because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction.
Objection!
But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That is undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. What? Not even Jake Marshall's lasso can stop Tiny Justice. Dude, he can tie me up any day, but this is a different situation. I'm sorry, that rope's not gonna save me for this situation. Didn't you know we are defenders for justice? What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death? There's no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Oh, you motherfucker! Despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied. Oh, that look. Hold me back, motherfucker! Hold me back! Let's go on to the prosecutor's office. They might have sent an innocent man to his death. How can you just stand there like it wasn't his fault? Order in the court. Order. I say order. I don't care. The gravel pounding fell hard on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows. Fuckery! That's where it's heading. It's headed to fuckery! Right won't ever can't see the inside of a jail cell if he ruins Edgy's life. You won't have to, because I will be the one with the murder weapon. Let's go! And we're back. February 25th, 2:06 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Look, I'm sorry, Edgy. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. Oh, such a good man. Gumshoe! Hello! Oh. Well, I hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, I guess I am. I guess I'll come back later. Gumshoe, no, come back! Gumshoe, honey, what is it? You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run around on duty. And on top of it, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. I take it Lana's having you run errands again? Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Here, she asked me to give this to you if it were a break in today's trial. Are you fucking kidding me? Evidence law? Edward was talking about this just the other day. You must know the true rules of evidence law. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Should at least study some evidence law, really. Girl! Chief Prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message, does she? Message? She said if you're planning to take him on, you're going to need this book, pal. Him. Doesn't look like that book will do you any good now, though. All that's left now is the Chief Prosecutor's sentence. That's where you're wrong, Detective. She just gave me a book. I'm gonna read it. Haven't you figured it out yet? Why am I still sitting in that prosecutor's seat? Despite all these allegations being thrown at me. Stop giving that cute fucking smile. Mr. Edward, the real trial today hasn't even begun yet. What else is there left to do then? Your credibility's been all but ruined on this forward evidence that you're unaware of, and Emma Sky found out that she unwittingly caused a man's death, you see? And now you're telling me that you just want to do more work. You've got to be kidding me, pal. I mean, he has a point, but also you're missing the point, Detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means that the real killer is still out there. What? And we're going to expose him, no matter what it takes. This case just hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. We got points. We got points. February 25th. February 25th, 12:52 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky in just a moment. Oh, wow. Rules for submitting evidence. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Okay. I think I can do that. Also, I just want to say, I love that it's a little ducky. I love little ducks. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? The inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions. Thank you for the news, Your Honor. Yes, well, normally this is where the prosecution calls forth a witness, but, this isn't easy to say. You see, there's been some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have, struck a bargain. You think I may have manipulated the witness? I did not say that. It's just that, you see, everyone has been talking and... Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution. A solution? That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses. There's no precedent of what you're proposing. Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but very effective one. It would prove that I have not struck any deals with the witnesses. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well. The defense accepts the prosecution's proposal. Oh! Then it is settled. The defense may now call forth the next witness. Hold on, I'm eating a walnut. Okay. Mr. Wright, you do realize this is your last chance, right? If you call the wrong witness, this trial is gone and over. The defense calls, oh gosh! Missed! Please be here. Oh, finally time to bring out the real murderer. Damon Gant. The defense would like to call Damon Gant to the stand. Damon Gant? What does that have to do with anything? As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant was first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel like we should hear what he has to say about that. Plus, not to mention, he was withholding evidence inside of his literal, safe, and he told Lana that he needed her to dispose of some things, which happened to be the dead body of the guy. As luck would have it, he would still be in the courthouse. It would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. That too. No, not yet. Plus, he's a poop head. Like 30 minutes, I'm gone. Oh, okay. He's a poop head who attacked Edward. That too! We got a personal vendetta against him. He had attacked my man. I mean, not my man, but Phoenix's man. But you get the point. You get it. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? He framed a child. That too. He also was framing a child. Like a literal, what? She was 14 because it happened 2 years ago. She's 16 years old now. She was 14, 15 years old. Abso-fucking-lutely not. True. All right, bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand. Maybe we're gonna carve in the background, bro. Bro, that's too much, man. Probably, yeah. Witness, please state your name and occupation. is this? Some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch. And I want to eat food too, buddy, but that's why I'm eating a couple of freaking macadamia or walnuts, even though I don't like walnuts, and I'm just sitting here being a good little person, and I'm going with this. Okay, so how about you shut the fuck up and deal with your lunch, and you can eat it later, whenever I prove you and that you are the guilty party, and you will be proven behind bars. Thank you very much. So shut up, sit down, and let's get on with it. Your name and occupation, sir? Worthy. Are you sure you want to do this? Your name and occupation. She's really yourself with French. I got you. So you want to play hardball, huh? Please, Mr. Gant. Fine. My name is Damon Gant, and I'm the acting chief of police. Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony. Alright-o. Pose a grim face. First, let's clear up this SL9 incident. Oh, you mean that time whenever Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Boy! You're lucky I'm eating walnuts to distract me. Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already. Not clear enough. There's still some things that are accounted for. Like what? Oh, I don't know, like the role that you played and all of it? Sonny, that you're either very brave or very foolish. Are you aware the court has a police chief have all kinds of weapons at his disposal? Weapons? Sure. Take my testimony, for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to. What? Is that true? I'm afraid so. The chief of police has a right to refuse to testify. Of course, such an action carries with a certain risk. Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial. That was a threat you just made, sir. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you. Time to pop my fingers for this shit. Very well, the witness may now begin this testimony. Oh. A foo, not a threat, a fluff up on his part, true. If he claims no comment, that means he can't refuse either. Yep. That's a 9 incident. Alright, buddy, start talking. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. The power outrage did not help. Excuse me. The power outage did not help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, it had nothing to do with the forgery. Was he in the courtroom whenever we asked this stuff? Is that when Dark was arrested? Him? He was lying on the floor unconscious. Oh, fuck. When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Dark bumped his head. I see, everything seems pretty clear-cut. No. No. Because it contradicts this entire drawing. It contradicts this drawing here. Like, there's a whole contradiction. That's not right. The police chief has the right to refuse to testify, then I better hit him hard and fast. Oh boy. I cannot let this man get away. Miss, if you have some time, please help. Oh fuck, okay, I gotta press on everything. The ceremony was held at the police department that day. Now that's right, I guess you could say I'm a workaholic. After winning his award, Neil was fired up too. That's probably what spooked Dark and made him run away. Was the defendant Lana Sky also present? I don't quite remember. You got it present with the drawing in the last statement. Okay. So do I not need a... Okay. Phoenix likes the dude likes Heart and Fast. Whoa, buddy. That's bold. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that this is a claim that you cannot back up. Wait, no, never mind. Huh? Explain yourself. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this list for example. That's the list that Miss Sky drew a picture on. This is discovered in your desk. Not only that, but a piece of the jar that was sitting in your office was found inside your safe. It was found where? You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you played a role in the illegal investigation. Chief Gant, what is the meaning of this? Here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So you admit to it then, right? That you were the one involved in the forgery? Me? Or do you mean you? Me? Why would I have anything to do with that? Oh, you're gonna put that on me because I looked in your shit. Well, you were the one who snuck into my office whenever you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can also do so. Isn't that right, Righto? However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation. Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment. How dare you? His name is Gumshoe and he is a sweetie pie and you shall treat him as such, you piece of fucking shit. You're even gonna throw freaking Gumshoe on the floor. Like, that's even worse. Like, it's one thing to go after Edward, okay? He is a good man, he can defend himself. But you go after the one adorable little sweet thing that we have. No. And a child. What? Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work. Oh. Our sweet baby! Our baby boy! Not our baby boy! Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office and the relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. My. Kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together. You know who you remind me of in that very weird sentence that you just said, sir? Have you ever heard of a lady named Wendy Oldbag? I think she'd absolutely love to go on a date with you, sir. Just saying. Okay, how about you go check her out? Oh, fucker. Alright, next! Let's see, what was it now? Oh, a jar fragment and a list? For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were discovered after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason that I participated in a forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. Press him on everything. I shall. You don't understand that I am the chief of police, right? There will be consequences. You understand that you will be put behind bars, right? This is gonna happen. Indeed, I believe I'll press charges if you all make the same mistake again. My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? He'll add to the second to last statement, and then you can present something. Gotcha. Today is, well, you know. Alright, Dougie. In return, though, I know that place, right? What? Okay. Press! Handsman, I'd appreciate it if you'd stop making these ridiculous allegations. Yes, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that. What? I'll have you know, back in the day, I once broke into a cattle ranch and tripped. Oh, and tipped. What are you saying? Anyway, you can't prove that you didn't carry the evidence, can you? If you have proof of the contrary, you're gonna need it later. Later? What are you talking about? What else? I'm talking about when Righto's prints were found. Yeah, if they're found inside my safe, then that would prove this investigation was illegal. Hell nah. Press on everything. What do you mean by that? This is all purely hypothetical, of course. But I suppose I'd place those items in my safe. Such an act wouldn't necessarily constitute forgery. If concealing evidence found at a crime scene is not forgery, I'm not through speaking yet, righto? It all depends on when the evidence was discovered. Oh, you can just press the last statement. Okay. Okay, press! Really, Chief Gant? At the very least, there is one large benefit you've reaped from all of this. Oh, I wasn't aware. What is this benefit? You would, of course, be the position that you have, Chief of Police, because before you were just a detective. Just a simple, little, low-life detective. And now look at you, Chief of Police. Oh. The resolution of the S-Online incident secured your promotion to Chief. That in itself is sufficient motive. Oh, now that's a good one. What? Do you really think that I'm that incompetent? What do you mean? Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little. Is that true, Edgeworth? Yes, he was going to be made chief anyway. Careful when you're pointing that finger, or you just might end up being the one pointed at. Chief of too much fucking power. So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There's only 3 people I know to look out for. Me, myself, and I. And Lana Sky. There. It's out in the open now. Would you mind if I change my testimony a little? By all means, sir, please do. And there we go. Okay, evidence that we need to present regarding this. Oh, fuck. Okay. Press that. Oh, press it? Okay, press! Nothing in it for you. So the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you'd better think again. You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone. Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised. I can only imagine how you say that to your parents. If they were alive. You wanted Lana, not Emma. Yeah. You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though. Oh, that's a good one, Worthy. Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness would have helped someone else. Lana. You might not help out anyone for their sake, but if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist. Oh, great. We're literally going to be talking about celebrities and any and all popular person in the world and any and all celebrity and YouTuber on the planet. Like any big YouTubers, you cannot tell me who are not like this. This is why I'm a small YouTuber. Mr. Wright, it appears that you are positively determined to betray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. No, that's not what I said at all. I literally just said this man, like, is a lying piece of shit. It's not what I mean. He only does things to help him out, okay? I've had friends like this. They're pieces of crap. I've left friends like this. Very well, then. Who is the person you believe may have helped forge evidence?
Take that!
Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. The defendant? I believe it's quite obvious right in light of the circumstances. Emma Sky fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana? And as for Chief Gant, he also would have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit. Self-profit. After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Skye was appointed chief prosecutor of the prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant. But how would he profit from all of this? He would be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations. You mean to tell me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets? Judge, I'm hoping that you're joking about what you are saying right now, and that I'm hoping that you are understanding that we're saying that he used Lana like a puppet. Okay, not saying that it was a real puppet. This is a person that we're talking about, but he manipulated her and made her do things that she was not comfortable with. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh wait, there we go. There's the click. Time to go to that retirement ranch up north. Oh my gosh. Admitted, Chief, you assisted Lana Skye in forging evidence. Your motive, to appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her. Right on, my boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something. What? Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing? Lana? She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she testified against Gant. I'm afraid without any proof, this is all about to nothing more than a mere conjecture. Unless that is also what happened in this incident. Which one would that be? Of course, I'm talking about the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her. Bingo! Worthy, you better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. Just what do you mean? What he means, Your Honor, is that he just made a threat. Is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. What? What? Order in this court. I said order. Mr. Bright, you cannot be serious. I'm as clear as rain, sweetheart. I am serious as fuck. This is enough. This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency to accuse the chief of police of blackmail and of murder. It's impossible. Your Honor, I was merely reiterating that Mr. Edgeworth said in an easier to understand language. It's too late, Mr. Wright. There is no turning back for us now. Oh, I bet there isn't. We are going down for the long haul. In a different courtroom. Look like he's the one who's decided to go through with it. Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? That the chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, is involved in this murder? The question. Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell. Oh, fuck. Okay. I see. Alright, then. Let's see what Mr. Edgeworth's got, and it better be good. Show us his evidence that Chief Gant is the murderer of Detective Goodman. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. Courtroom private appeals. Say no, the court denies your appeal and the challenge is the carrier sentence and Mr. Trial. Fuck, okay. flips. Okay. Hello, Dippy Duckling! Hello, little duckling! Okay, let's see here. Okay. Oh boy, this is not good for me. I'm all alone in this court. Shit. Okay. I'm trying to quickly read. I got like 20 minutes to drag out as long as I can. Okay. Extremely thin. Stabbing. Police department. Oh, okay, that. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Let me see. We're dealing with trying to find evidence to show that Gant was in fact the murderer. I almost want to give the autopsy as well as the ID record of all the people who entered at the time, which was 4 o'clock. The ID card record? Okay. It was one of those two. Huzzah! This is the ID card list. Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on the list that we could not determine the owner of yesterday. Right. We forgot to like fully show that it was him. 7777777. So there's no way that you can prove that that's my card number. It's your card number. What? How do you know that? The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code. 7 digits? You don't mean? I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 7777777. The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime, and you are given a completely different looking sprite. I love that. You get mad, you piece of shit. Get mad! Order. Chief Gant, what do you have to say? Nothing. Ooh! The defense's search of my office was in violation of regulations, and I will demand Mr. Wright be punished for the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card. Chief Gant, do you admit to this? You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. What about it? I'm chief of police, whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom. What's the difference? I can go anywhere I want. Oh, that's bold of you, sir. Nobody is above the law. Let's just keep that in mind whenever we're in this courtroom, okay? Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone as I do with the evidence room. Oh, Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he? Of course not. Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days. You hadn't seen him in days, huh? Chief Gant, I'm afraid that you've just outdone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? This trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt. No, it isn't, Your Honor. The trial's purpose is to determine the truth. Yes, my man! I mean, Phoenix's man, but still, yes! If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting? In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. So it's proof that the victim was meant to meet Gant on the day of the crime. Do I have to present that thing again? Cause like, the fall victim Eddie's wrist whenever he's on fire. That's how he got Phoenix after all. You're right. Okay, it shows this. The lost item report thing. Oh! Does it show the time? Okay. Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime. Or maybe more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He wouldn't have had to give that report to the chief of police. Yeah, you are in possession of that report, which means that you cannot be sure that he filed it. He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day. He needed to? Yes, to transfer the evidence out. Oh. Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, you accompany the detective to the evidence room. It can only be submitted to the Gant, the chief of police. Oh, your power. Did you just you're doing a little eyebrow twitch. Oh, that's cute. That's a very subtle detail. I like that. I accompanied him. There is no other way that the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room. Hold on, let me get what you're saying. I, the chief of police, murdered poor Goodman. Exactly. But wait, the chief did not necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card. Yeah, that's the point. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of the sort.
Objection!
Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was the only used once. Yet you showed us your ID earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body. He ate and left no crumbs, sweetheart. What the fuck? What was that? They got electrocuted. What the fuck? What was that? He wasn't even. Yeah, he was. Chief Gant, you didn't. The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime, for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit a murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright. But the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office parking lot. How did he manage to move it there? I was in the police department the entire day, you know. And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Unless you think that I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey, you, take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Chief Gant, you left all the evidence that we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. And all this time I thought it was useless clues just taking up space. Wait. Don't tell me. Don't tell me it was a screwdriver. Do not tell me it was a screwdriver. It's the screwdriver? No! He made an excuse. This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body. What is that? A screwdriver? Are you kidding me? I thought this was useless! What does this have to do with the case? Mr. Edgeworth, think back to the day of the crime. What is this screwdriver doing here? It's here because... I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. The one evidence that it was like, oh, it's the evidence that I thought was completely useless and was just taking up space. I was like, there's only one piece of evidence that I could think of that could be used to fill up space like that. And it was this fucking screwdriver. Wow, we really did go full circle. This is amazing. As the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office. But you did, because Chief Gant asked you to. You mean I... The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car. Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edwards' car. Yes, unless of course you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you have asked Mr. Edwards to transport evidence of a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation: to transport the body to your accomplice, Lana Skye. Order in the court. What's going on here? Okay, out of curiosity, how much longer do I have? Because I gotta get going really soon. Because I got stuff I gotta do today. Is there no room for rebuttal in the defense outrageous accusations? Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. A fair bit, I think. Oh, fuck. Okay. I'll play, I don't know, 5 more minutes of this, and then I gotta get going. Because I got stuff I gotta do today. But, whenever I get back, have you ever seen Corpse Party? I have not. That sounds interesting, though. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna end this soon. And then we'll catch up whenever I come back Wednesday. Fingers crossed I do that. And then we're going to finish up this case. And then we're gonna move on to the next case in the next game, which is like, what is it, Phoenix 2 or whatever? It's 32, whatever the second one is. We can do that. Because this is technically a bundle. So it's like 3 versions of this game, I think. Then back to the photograph Miss Starr took of the prosecutor's office. Yeah, dovetail into Gumshoe's significant other's case. Yeah, see? That'll be great. Also, wait, Gumshoe has a significant other? Aww. This is not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite. It was a photo of the body being taken from the trunk. Chief Gant, please say something. I believe your time's up. My time is up. Sorry, Ryder, but I'm having lunch with my district attorney general after this. We have to get going if we're gonna make it in time for the early bird special. But the cross-examination is not finished yet. Remember what I told you earlier? The police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now. But it is not a right to actually be invoked. There are certain risks that are to be considered. So you're gonna just run away after all of this? Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman, that's what you're saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now. But like, you think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with. I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. David Gant is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright, you're kidding! Do you have any concrete proof? Oh, fuck. Do I? Don't take the bait. No, we don't? Really? Fuck. Wait for Lana to turn. Okay. So you're showing evidence I'm not even sure of myself. Fuck, man. I was so ready. Your Honor, as present, I have no conclusive evidence. See, Aggie? In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief. What? Here's a tip. Never gamble you can't afford to lose, righto. And people who do not pay attention to where they're going are more likely to trip and fall on their face. Seems that Lady Luck was on my side right again today. And gee, I'll leave the rest to you. I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to a senior officer in our nation's law enforcement agency.
Objection!
Lady Luck? Maybe we should have a word with her. Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean? There is one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't even had the honor of hearing her testimony. Lady who knows the truth, another witness. In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony. Chief Gann has invoked his right to refuse to testify. There is still someone else. One more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial. Someone right in this very room. Yeah, the defendant. Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person? Why are you asking me, Your Honor? I'm not allowed to tell. Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling the witnesses today. Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist?
Take that!
The defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Yep, and that is where I must take my leave. I have to get going. I have stuff I gotta do. Thank you guys so much for being here. Have a fantastic night or day, depending where you are in the world. All that good fun jazzy stuff. And I will see you guys on Wednesday, and hopefully I can continue this and prove, without a shadow of a doubt, that Gint is obviously the one to be the person. I know it's him. I will prove it is him. I will lose my mind to prove that it's him. But I will prove that it's him. All right, anyway, that's all I got. Thank you for being here. Bye.